All right, we're going to call the meeting to order for the Umatilla Planning Commission, Tuesday, July 22nd. It's not 7:30, but 8:30. Could we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Yesenia León Tejeda,
Here.
Commissioner Veronica Gutierrez,
Here.
Commissioner Kelly Nobles,
Here.
Commissioner Carol Jones,
Here.
Commissioner Jennifer Cooper.
Here.
We have quorum.
Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
If we've had a chance to review the minutes, do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes.
A second.
Can we do roll call by consensus? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Let's move on to new business. Ladies and gentlemen, I call this hearing of the Umatilla Planning Commission to order. A sign-up list is available for those who wish to testify. A person must testify either orally in writing in order to be considered a party to the decision and have the opportunity to appeal. Copies of the applicable criteria are available from staff. The Planning Commission must base its decision on these criteria. Testimony and evidence must be directed towards these criteria or other criteria in the plan or land use regulations believed to be applicable to the decision. Failure to raise an issue with statements or evidence sufficient to afford us or other interested parties or persons an opportunity to respond to that issue may preclude appeal to the Land Use Board of Appeals on that issue. The new information is presented at the hearing. You may request a continuance to allow additional time to respond. You may also request that record remain open. A request must be made while the record is still open. Procedures for the hearing and the order of presentations are as follows. 1, the staff will summarize the application. 2, the applicant may present testimony. 3, the public testimony in favor of the application. 4, public testimony in opposition to the application. 5, neutral testimony. 6, rebuttal testimony from the applicant. 7, the record closes. 8, deliberation. 9, the Planning Commission vote and decision. This concludes the introduction. We will begin with the first order of business item on tonight's agenda, which is business item Columbia Rock and Recycle Condition Use Application CU-4-25. Can we have the staff report, please?
Thank you, Commission Chair. Can everybody hear me? Right? Okay. So the application we have before you today is a conditional use application. The applicant is Columbia Rock and Recycle. This property is actually in our UGB and is zoned F2, which is a general rural zone. The applicant has applied for conditional use for a few reasons. This property is not I'll say in quotes developed. So although it is in use and there is a business located inside this property, it does not have an address. And the applicant is hoping to lease a space to a company that will store their containers, shipping containers or other construction containers for projects that they will be doing in the bridge here in between Oregon and Washington. So in order for that company to be able to have a lot of their merchandise or equipment shipped here, they need an address. So this conditional use is for both the address and allowing this temporary storage yard on that property. The property is a lot larger than is needed for that area, so we know that the setbacks would be met quite easily, and it is not a permanent storage yard. So this is just temporary until the work is completed here on the bridge, and we already have seen that work has started on that bridge. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have a planning commission meeting last month, but the applicant was hoping to speed up the process and get that approval as soon as possible because of the work that's already being done in the bridge and that need for that because that has been, or if any commissioners have their mic on, might need to turn it off. Okay. So, again, this property will meet the setbacks and we don't see any potential issues with any of the setbacks or the temporary storage yard being proposed on this subject property. Do any of the commissioners have any questions? Has anybody been able to jot anything down from the findings or any questions that might have come to you while looking through those findings or?
How much,
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was just wondering how much time they're asking for?
So we don't have a time frame because construction is a little bit unpredictable, but it won't be a permanent business that will be located in the subject property. I think it's a little bit difficult to speculate that time frame when they're also waiting on us to get started and get those items shipped here. So as far as I know, it's temporary, but it's not a set amount of time.
So is the egress, there in front of the post office on, what is it, Eastleigh? Off 6th, okay. And do they have any idea on the bridge construction? Is that, Dave, is that going to be for more than a year?
Wish it was just for a year. No, another 18 months.
Okay, so if we were to say, give them permission for 2 years, and then if they needed to renew it, we could in the motion, we could say, let's give them a 2-year window and make it renewable if they need to.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm just wondering if we just left it open-ended and didn't say anything, how we would resolve that. So if we can put it as long as we need, but at least it'll have a resolution.
And then just to clarify, at the end of the 2 years, it goes back to, the conditional use falls off and it goes back to what it is.
Actually, that was my question for the commission, is that if after the 2-year period, if they're not completed, you have a couple different options. You can maybe do a 2-year with an up to perhaps a 6-month extension. You can say to do that administratively with staff, or you can do exactly what you're saying, Commissioner, that you'd be able to say after the 2-year period's up, that's it. You're going to have to be out and move on. Or you can get the other option, which is to bring it back to the Planning Commission if you want to have the discussion here. All of those are available for you. Yeah.
I think that's a great point, Dave. Maybe the 2-year and make it a year, if they come back, make it a year extension, just to make sure that we don't need to readjust it a bunch of times, but give them long enough, but still have some resolution. The extension won't matter.
Yeah, it's really where your comfort level is. It's certainly your authority to bring that extension request back to you. But if you would like to defer that as an administrative decision, you certainly can do that if you'd like.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
So probably more discussion, but when we make a motion, we just want to add that to the motion. 2 years with a 1-year extension that the staff could approve.
Yeah, I think having the staff approve it just makes more sense instead of having them go through the process again. So
So we need a motion to close the hearing or and then for our discussion. All right? Do we have a motion to close the hearing?
I move we close the hearing.
I'll second.
Roll call, please. Yeah, Nancy, just let me ask this. I didn't take testimony. We didn't have any in here, but I didn't think about the web. Do we do that first?
Yes, you should at least call for it on the minutes.
Yeah.
please?
Yeah, let me do that before we vote. Is there anybody, is the applicant here to testify in favor of? Is there any public testimony in favor of? Any public testimony in opposed? Any public testimony neutral? Okay, do we have a motion to close the hearing?
I make a motion to close the hearing.
I second.
Roll call, please. Yeah.
Aye.
Commissioner Leon Tejeda,
Aye.
Commissioner Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Cooper. Aye.
Okay, the motion carries. This, we would now normally have discussion now. I think we did that, but is there any further discussion? Is there anybody that wants to approve the application with the conditions we talked about?
Yeah, make a motion, we approve the application with the. We approve Columbia Rock and Recycle Condition Use Application CU -4-25 with 2 years and a 1-year extension administrative. Yeah.
Can be approved by the staff.
To be approved by staff.
Very much. Any second?
I second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Leon Tejeda,
Aye.
Commissioner Gutierrez.
Aye.
Commissioner Jones.
Aye.
Commissioner Cooper.
Aye.
The motion carries. Thank you. We'll move on to commissioner information and discussion. And I'd just like to open it by saying how nice it is to have Dave here because we used to have him all the time. And since you're here, I would think you're probably going to give us some information, aren't you?
Not really sure what you're referring to, but you'll be seeing me for a long time. How about that? So I hope to come and I used to come to planning commission meetings at least once a quarter. I have not been good about that about the last year and a half or so. Apologize for my absence. So I will be back here at least once every quarter.
Well, we weren't implying that at all. You've been very, very busy.
For at least the next 6 years. How about that?
All right, that's great news. Fantastic news. Anybody have any discussion items? No? I just like to say that the joint meeting was very interesting. It was nice to do that. We don't do a lot of that. And it was great to see and work with the council. Very informative. You are a wealth of knowledge and the experts are fantastic. It was a great experience. So thank you for letting us share in on that.
Yeah, it was very informative. Yeah, from a basic level, because I didn't know anything about it, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, urban renewal, when I presented to the council in February, so there's sort of public budget and finance 101. This is like a 300 level course. It's definitely more complicated and there's a lot more variables that come along with it. And so you guys did a great job following along. And Elaine Howard, I can't say enough. We just came from Oregon City County Managers Association conference 2 weeks ago in Bend. She's a sponsor of that conference. When she says that she's done 100, she means it. So there's 60 different cities in Oregon, over 200 urban renewal areas combined within those 60 cities. She's done more than half of all urban renewal areas in the state. When I say she's the gold standard, she is by far the gold standard. So we're very lucky to have her as our consultant on this project.
Well, it was amazing to hear the opportunity with the additional funds that could be available to invest in the area and the vehicle that this provides to do that. And boy, I sure hope that they get it done this year because we don't want to miss out on a year of that. Any other discussion items?
I just want to say 7th Street looks great with the paving and curbing all done, so it's nice to have that done.
We have a motion. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
No, go ahead.
Should we vote by consensus? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay, the motion carries. Thank you very much.